About 10 months ago, a guy named John Joseph walked into my studio. And my first impression was that this guy looked like he smoked a lot of crack. And as I learned more about him, I found out that he, in fact, had smoked a lot of crack. But there was more going on there, you know? John had been the frontman for the punk hardcore band, the Cro-Mags, which had global significance in the 80s. He had once been a Hare Krishna monk. He had been vegan for 37 years, and he had competed in 10 Ironmans, and he was 56 years old. And I knew something more was going on here. And so that's how this whole crazy adventure started, and what you're gonna see is the last 8 months of my life. You will see me training and competing in my first Ironman. You'll see me going to a 100% plant-based diet. Can I hear it from the vegans in the house? Come on! Come on! Right? And so it ended up being this crazy adventure. But the truth is that tonight's movie, it's not about athletics and it's not about a diet. You know, tonight's movie is about us getting to terms with our demons. That's what this is about. And these other things are only vehicles. Because I believe that we all have some secret that we're holding back. Something that we believe will cause us a massive amount of shame if we let it out. And that secret, even if you don't know it, it makes you play small. It makes you anxious, and it makes you fearful of what's out there. And I know this because I was that guy. You know, I was at London Real. I've got a successful show, a successful business. I know people all around the world. I had this secret handled. I kept it a secret from my friends and even from my wife for 16 years. And I thought everything would be okay. But it wasn't. I've never felt like I've felt today, and I never thought this big, dark, deep hole in my past that I was just gonna bury down where no one would know anything about it. I never ever thought it could be the source of light for so many people. And I still remember being at home with Mariana when I confessed to her of everything that happened to me in 2001, and I'm like, baby, I gotta go, and I gotta write an email. It was Saturday night to all of the London Reelers, 100,000 plus people. And I'm like, baby, I don't know what to do. And she said, it's your story, tell them. And I wrote this email. It was one of the most hardest things I've ever sent, but it was me coming to terms and being honest about what happened. And I had all of this fear that was gonna happen. I thought all of this shame would happen. And what I got back was about 700 replies that said, thank you. I've been there too. Thank you. My wife was there. My daughter was there. My grandfather was there. Thank you for talking about it. I never thought I could talk about it. And it taught me a lot about what we do by pushing these things deep down inside. Some of us push them so deep that we don't even remember these traumas that we had as children. And some of those I saw when I was at Daniel's place a couple months ago. These things come out in these plant medicine ceremonies. And so we respond to them in different ways. Sometimes it comes into addiction. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. So while you watch this, you're gonna see me and John, and it's gonna be crazy and it's gonna be emotional, but I'd really like for you to think about your story. And think about if it's really as precious or as shameful as you think it is. And maybe it's time for you to stop being the victim of your story and to start being the hero of that story, because it's just a change in perspective and you can get power from it. And I would like to see all of you, and honestly the rest of the world, getting power from their traumas or their fears and going out and doing big things. You know, we're running out of time. And we need people to go big and be creative and connect. And that's what this film is ultimately about. And so afterwards, I'm gonna come up here with my good friend Timothy Shieff, no stranger to endurance or veganism. And I wanna have a discussion with you, and I'm here to listen if there's anything you wanna talk to us about. And again, I wanna see you taking this stuff and using it as an energy for your future. And so, on behalf of me and the entire team at London Real, I give you the world premiere of IronMind.